take a walk down memory lane with me. I want you to go back in time and think about when you were, say, a teenager, maybe, 8, 9 years old, and you are in your family's living room. You're there with your family, maybe you're there with friends. You can feel the furniture, you can feel the emotion that you had in that setting. What were you all doing? Chances are you were all looking at one screen, and that was probably your television screen. When we go back in time, that television screen was the focal point of most of our family gatherings, and it was where we consumed content. We consumed content usually in 30 minutes or in 60-minute increments through that gathering around the TV. And if your family was like my family, you probably had a big debate on what you were going to watch on that screen at any particular gathering. Well, now I want you to fast forward to your last family gathering or your last gathering of friends. It may have been still in that living room, but I'm guessing it looked a little bit different. I'm guessing you all had a screen in the palm of your hand, and each of you were consuming whatever content you wanted on that screen at any given time. And you were consuming that content in microbites, in 5 seconds, 10 seconds. Maybe something was really interesting and you watched it for 30 seconds or a minute. Maybe you just scrolled through that content and didn't find anything that you wanted to engage with for longer than just a scroll. That is what content has turned into today. We all have screens in the palm of our hands. We all have the ability to be content creators. And if you're looking to grow a business, if you're looking to grow a brand, you have to be on these screens that we hold in the palm of our hands and consume content in. That is how you're going to grow your business today. Here's the reality. We are all content creators. Like it or not, it is the foundation of growing businesses in marketing today, in modern business today. So welcome to being a content creator. Let's talk about how you can really maximize the opportunity of modern marketing in today's world. Here's the reality. There are what I call the big 6 platforms that you're going to want to build your business on. And those big 6 are Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, TikTok, and X. Now, there are other platforms out there, and you could throw them in, but the vast majority of content consumed by people is consumed through these 6 platforms currently. Now, here's the reality. You don't have to be a content creator or actively contributing to all 6 of these platforms, but the more of the 6 you are contributing to, the better the exposure, the better the opportunity you're creating. But if you're just getting started, here's my advice. Start with one. Start with the platform that you feel most comfortable with. If you're not quite ready to jump in 2 feet to video and YouTube, then save that one for later. We'll get there. If you have a large sphere of influence, a large list of friends you're already connected with on Facebook, then maybe start leaning into Facebook. Particularly for my real estate agent friends watching and listening, Facebook is the modern CRM. You are connected to people on Facebook. It is the best way to engage, likely with your key audience, with your sphere of influence. Do you want to lean into Facebook? Instagram is so great for the visuals. If you're not, again, quite ready to jump in front of the camera, but want to actively start to build your Instagram following, you can do that through incredible visuals on Instagram. So pick 2 or 3 platforms that most fit your need. For my commercial advisors that I work with, LinkedIn is a primary platform that they do a lot of work on because it's business to business focused. So pick your 2 to 3 platforms, and then let's talk about the strategy to start contributing content to those platforms to build your business and build your brand. With marketing today, these social media platforms that I've just described are your marketing channels. And you want to think about them as marketing channels. You want to be very strategic in how you're placing content, how you're engaging with content on those channels, and the strategies you're using to show up on those various channels. So hopefully I've convinced you that you're a content creator and that we've examined the tools or the platforms, the social channels that you can use to start building your brand through a content strategy. And I'm guessing you are listening to this or watching this and you're thinking, okay, great, Wendy, you got me. I see a lot of people doing it. I see them doing it with success, but I don't know what to post. I don't know what content I can create. How do I do this? When do I find time to do this and be this content creator that is needed to market and brand and grow my business today? Well, I'm going to break that down for you. So the easiest way to answer the question of what to post is to share your story. Share your daily story of what's happening in your business at any given time throughout the day. Think of the questions that people ask you. Think of the tasks that you're completing in your business. Think of the problems you're solving for your clients. That is all great content. That is content that you can turn into posts and content to share on the various platforms that you're using to build your brand and build your business. It can be as simple as just turning the camera on and talking. And you'll see that that can lead to great engagement when you just start sharing your story out there. If you don't want to turn the camera on, then type and use tools to share your story through a longer form. Take a photo and add the remarks to it. The point is you just need to start sharing. You need to start sharing what is happening in your business. Depending on the stage that you're at, you can get much more strategic in how you're showing up, the content that you're sharing, when you're sharing it, all those questions that people ask. But if you're just starting or you're just restarting your content strategy for your business, it is about consistency. You want to create consistency of posting so that initially start out with 3 posts a week, then start out with 1 post a day, then start out with 2 posts a day. So you can build up. It's like starting an exercise program. It's like going to the gym. You don't go all the way in on the first week or the first day. You build that muscle up gradually with that consistency. And there are some great tools that can help make this all a little bit easier for you. I'm going to share my 4 go-to content creation tools that I use. The first one is Canva. Canva is such a tremendous content creation tool. It was designed so that people like you and I could be designers and could easily create great visual assets to use in our businesses. And I'm such a huge fan of Canva that, in fact, we rolled out Canva Pro to all eXp real estate agents across the globe in 2024. Because building brand and building the visual part of your brand is so important. And we wanted our agents to have the best tool in the business to do that. So go check out Canva and learn how to use some of the assets that are in Canva. You can do everything from simple visual assets to create reels, to create a full branding kit for your brand that will make creating assets so much easier. So that's the number one tip and tool that I use for creating content. The second tool that I use is more around video content, and this is a tool called Opus Clip. An Opus Clip is fabulous because you can take a longer form video, upload it into the software, and it will slice it up into shorter videos for you. We'll do it automatically. It will add the captions to them for you automatically. It will even grade for you the quality of the video in terms of the hook and the content. So it will help you decide what videos to post. It's a tremendous tool and can really fast track a lot of your content creation and make it super easy for you. And it's easy to use. So it's a great tool. Go check out Opus Clip. The third tool that I use to help make content creation easier is an app called CapCut. And CapCut you can use right on your phone. And again, upload either photos or videos, and the magic of AI will create some really cool assets for you. It even has an ability to do an auto CapCut where you just upload photos, for example, and it will turn it into a video for you. And you can do voiceovers and you can do other things to take it up to a next level. But particularly if you're just starting, CapCut is a great way to appear to have sort of that elevated look and feel in your videos and in your social content that you're posting. So that's my third. And then my last tip on how to create content from a tool perspective is just to use the in-app tools. So if you go to Instagram, for example, Instagram has a tremendous in-app editor where you can upload photos or videos right into Instagram. You can then add effects to it. You can add captions to it, and you can do that all in-app. You can also schedule posts in most of the apps. So you can do the work on an off hour time and then have it post at a later time. And that can really help for that consistency I was talking about. I know a lot of real estate agents that I work with will set up postings to happen throughout the week, and they may take an hour over the weekend when sort of the world is a little quieter for them, and then schedule out that posting. For our social media teams that I work with here at eXp, that's what we do. We schedule out certain posts and then we add in real time things that are happening in our business throughout the day. And that's a great strategy to create consistency in your posting. When you're on vacation, when you're taking a day off, you can still have regular content going out there through using scheduling in your posting. So I've covered a few key areas of content creation today. The first one is that reality that content is consumed on our phones, on our iPads, on our mobile screens, and it's consumed in seconds and maybe minutes. But you want to be a content creator. You want to build mind share through building awareness in content and in social media. It's how you'll build your business. It is how you will build your brand. And then the next thing I share, the next notion, the next strategy really, is that all of the social media channels, the big six, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, TikTok, YouTube, X, they are all marketing channels. Start to think of them as marketing channels. They are channels you will use to grow your business. And then for content strategy, you want to share your story. Share what's happening in your business every single day. Answer questions, deliver value. That is what people want to hear from you. That is where people will engage with you. That is where people will build, know, like, and trust. And then we talked about some tools. to use in your business to create content. We talked about Canva, we talked about Opus Clip, we talked about CapCut, and we talked about using in-app editors to grow your content. I hope you found this helpful. I hope you're ready to lean into creating content to grow your business and to grow your brand. Thank you for listening in. Please subscribe. Also, there's some notes in the links below that will give you details of everything that we've talked today. Until next time, thanks for listening.